We start off with Tony Sincata from Fantasy Pros, 911.com and ESPN 1420. Tony Sincata, you got some big balls. Who are some of the guys that you're looking to start this week?
After 4 or 5 dismal weeks at quarterback, this is the week finally Joe Flacco comes out against the Pittsburgh defense, which with Troy Polamalu missing is absolute garbage defense, not even close to being the Super Bowl. This team won the Super Bowl last year and won't make the playoffs this year. Rock Cartwright is a great receiving option out of the backfield. He is their only running back option. We're always looking for opportunities. I look for Rock Cartwright to have 4 to 6 catches, 60 to 75 yards, and a touchdown. And in the shootout on Monday night, one guy that's on the waiver wires a lot of times is Robert Meacham. This guy finds the end zones in a shootout with New England. How many touchdowns does Meacham have to get before we start picking this guy up off the waiver wire? And statistically, at tight end, it makes no sense to pick up this guy. But every time New England's in a big game, this guy catches the ball, and it's always in the end zone, and that's Ben Watson.
Wow, Marky C from BrunoBoys.net. Who's the biggest baller of them all for you this week?
The guy I like at the quarterback position is Alex Smith from the San Francisco 49ers. Might be a homer pick, but the Jacksonville Jaguars giving up 17 passing touchdowns on the season. And Alex Smith, believe it or not, has done a good job of getting his playmakers the football. Another guy I like that I've been down on for the past 5 weeks, but the matchup is too good to pass on, is Matt Ryan taking on Tampa Bay. You look at the Buccaneers, getting up 22 passing touchdowns on the season. Matt Ryan right ship last week, and I think he's going to have a solid afternoon. At the running back spot, Justin Forsett, for all the obvious reasons I've told you guys about throughout the show. And Matt Forte, believe it or not, this is a guy that I don't think is going to run the ball well in Minnesota, but he's going to play a big part in the passing game, and he's going to get you 80 to 90 total yards, and if he can get that touchdown, that's solid production as a running back number 2 or a flex play. The wide receivers I like are Steve Breeston, shutout last week, but in the previous 2 games, he had 72 yards and a touchdown average, so look for him to get back on track. And my deepest play of the week here is Jason Hill from the San Francisco 49ers. He's going to get the opportunity to play a lot more this week due to some injuries. He had 2 touchdowns and 50 yards in Week 9. Him and Al Smith actually have a big rapport. And if you're in a deep league and you need somebody, take a gamble on Jason Hill.
That's good stuff, good stuff. Some of the guys I'm sleeping on this week, I'm loving Matt Hasselbeck against the Rams. Hasselbeck is having a pretty productive season if you stay away. If you take a real close look at the numbers, the last time he faced the Rams, 25 for 36, 279 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So I'm liking Matt Hasselbeck if you can pick him up off the waiver wire. At the running back position, I already gave you one. That's Cadillac Williams. I love the numbers against the Atlanta Falcons. I'm looking for them to try to establish a run, although I think the Falcons will probably stack 8. I think Cadillac Williams is going to be the guy that's going to carry Tampa Bay this week. My deep sleeper is going to be Lex Hilliard of the Miami Dolphins. That's right, Lex Hilliard. He carried the ball just 4 times last week, but had 27 yards and caught 2 passes for 7 yards. He's going to be the backup for Ricky Williams. And Ricky Williams, let's not forget, although him and his little massage therapist like to do telekinesis types of healing, this is a guy that you may want to stash away, especially if you're in deep leagues. At the wide receiver position, I like Devin Hester this week. I haven't liked Devin Hester all season long, but I think this week we take a look. I think Devin Hester has a decent game. I think he gets in the end zone. I think he gets you 60 to 7 yards this week for the Chicago Bears. At the tight end position, we've hated him all year long because he's had to stay in and protect Matt Hasselbeck, and that's John Carlson. From what I've been told, they're going to probably get John Carlson out in the field this week. Look for John Carlson to have anywhere from 7 to 9 targets, 4 to 6 catches, a touchdown, and about 40 to 50 yards. I'm liking him this week. And a deep sleeper from the Houston Texans. We saw him start to play a little bit last week with Owens out, and that's James Casey. Look for Casey to be an integral part of the Houston Texans offense as they face the Indianapolis Colts. So those are some of the guys that we are sleeping on here this week. Those are the guys that might get you some extra points, especially when you're on the fence for a couple other guys. Now, Mr. Marky C, let's talk about BrunoBoys.net and the inactive, active chat you got going on after the show. Give the listeners a little bit of information because we've been rocking it out. 77 people, guys.